To build your form in Klaviyo, all you need to do is go to sign up forms on the left side and click on create form. Then what you want to do is you want to find anyone you like here. I'm just going to go with a simple one. You can also filter down to the kind of form you want. Do you want a pop-up, flyout, embed, full page, full screen, or banner? But for this tutorial, we're going to be going with the pop-up. So I'm going to choose a very simple one that we can quickly replicate. Let me go with the multi-step. So I'm just going to go with this one here, which is the email and SMS. So the first thing you want to do is you want to name the form however you want it. So I'm just going to call this tutorial form, something like that. And here you want to choose the email subscriber you want this form to go with. So this is the subscriber list that will receive your welcome email, right? So I'm just going to pick any of these. So SMS, if you want to do SMS, you can also pick your SMS subscriber list here. So the next thing you want to do is just click on create form. So when it comes to creating a high converting pop-up form, I always recommend creating a separate form for mobile users and desktop users. But for the purpose of this video, let's start with the mobile one, which is the one we're going to be starting with here. Actually, I have this one that I had created before. So I'm just going to remodel it and show you what that looks like. So first thing we want to do is create the design, right? So we want to find the design of this form. I've kind of like created this one before this video, just to like make things faster. I don't want to create from scratch, but it's extremely easy. You can also create this on Canva. This is on Figma, by the way. You can design it on Figma or Canva. It's very simple. You just want to, find your product, overlay your product like this, then have some text on it, then your logo, if that makes sense for you. Then you can now download this on your computer. So that's what we're going to be uploading here. So to do that, we want to go to add blocks. So then click on image, then drag that here. So now we want to upload this image that we downloaded from Figma or Canva, if that's what you prefer to use. And I'm going to select that. Then what I want to do is increase the width. So I'm going to do something like 1,000. The next thing I want to do is I want to delete this part. So because we have that already in this block, then I can also, change this to another text. So in this case, enter your email below to receive your 15% discount code. Copy that text, or just choose whatever works for you. Then after here, we can leave this block. So the next thing we want to do is change this entire block to black, right? So just to like make everything look very good. So that we want to do is change this continue button. Then we can say something like, yes, send me the discount code, something like that. Then also change the background color. So in this case, the color for this brand is yellow. Just choose your brand color. And here we can also say, no thanks, I prefer to pay the full price. Obviously, nobody wants to pay the full price, right? So having this right here also like kind of increase the conversions because nobody wants to, pay the full price. So you can also have that under here. So to do that, you want to, use button. So it's gonna be button. Then we're gonna make the button like transparent, right? So I'm just gonna, since it's gonna be closed form, then button text is gonna be no thanks. I don't, I'm gonna say something like I don't like discount, something along those lines. Then we can remove the background. So background is gonna be black, just to go along with the background here. Then I can change the text to red. So that's creating the first page, and you can use the same structure for the second page. Obviously it's going to be dark. Then we can just change this one. We're gonna change the text to maybe like white. And like I said, this one is for SMS if you're doing SMS. If not, you can just remove this SMS part. If you don't want, if you're not doing SMS for your brand, or you don't want to collect SMS with this form, you can simply just delete that here. But that's also how to create the SMS, but I will come back to this in a minute. Let's quickly finish up the email. So this is the email. So the next thing we want to do now is, configure the targeting and behavior. So here, how do you want the form to show up? Obviously, we don't like the form to show up immediately because that's just gonna, distract people and also reduce your conversion. So we don't like this form to show up immediately. So you can now choose based on rules. So when do you want this form to show up? Is it after time delay or when visitor has scrolled a certain amount? So I like to go with either one of these two. And also you can test. It doesn't have to be one thing. You can test several ways. You can test several timing and several rules. So here you can choose something like 8 seconds. I always like to go between 8 and 15 seconds for my form because with that time, that would have given people enough time to, browse the website and check a couple of products. So you can either start with the after time delay of 8 seconds or just choose after visitor has scrolled a certain amount. So I always like to go with 30 to 50% in this case. But you don't want to use both. You only want to choose either one of them, right? And this is just my suggestion. This is something that we've seen to work really well for us. So you want to choose one of these two options here. So like I said, I'm going to be going with the 8 seconds in this case. And also, this is going to be after a visitor closes this form, show again after 5 days. I keep this the way it is. 5 days is fine. And don't show this form if the song was already submitted or the go to URL was clicked. So you don't want to show this form to people who have already submitted the form. Also, you want to have this checked. And we mentioned earlier that we're going to be using this form specifically for mobile. Right? So we're going to choose the mobile option here. Click outside the form. You can leave this the way it is. It doesn't matter. So that's for the timing and display. You can follow these rules here. Then the next one is targeting. So you also don't want to show this form to existing Klaviyo profiles. Basically, what this means is that if someone is already on your email list, you don't want them to see this form again. You want to take them off from this from seeing this form. So you want to have that checked. Don't show to existing Klaviyo profiles. And also you can choose if this form to show on certain URLs and don't show on certain URLs. For this kind of pop-up form that we are collecting 50% off discount, again, this can be anything. It can be dollars off. It can be free shipping. You can test anything you want. But going back to this, you can, you want to choose don't show on certain URLs, so containing checkout. So one of the things I don't like to have my form show is at the checkout because if somebody is already on the checkout page, they are very close to making a purchase. There's no point showing them this form again. You don't want to show them this form. So I always like to, exclude checkout. And also you can add other URLs maybe you don't want this form to show on a specific page on your website. You can actually add that URL here. But for now, we're just going to be going with the checkout. This is fine. You don't need to worry about this. And here you can use this form to show to people in a certain location and also don't show to people in a certain location. So let's say you don't ship to somewhere like Europe or some certain locations. You can actually exclude people from seeing this form by just clicking here and select the countries or region you don't want this form to show. But in most cases, this is not something you should worry about. It's fine. You can just leave it. So for this card, you don't need to worry about this. In this case, I'm going to be showing you another form, specifically for abandoned cards. But now let's just keep this the way it is. So to go back again, display 8 seconds. You can go between 8 and 50 seconds. That's fine. But if you want to go with after visitor has scored a certain amount, you can also go within 30 to 50%. So that's also fine. And the next one is you want to, keep this at 5 days and also check this. Do so again after the form was submitted. I'll go to URL. And like I said, you want to keep it at mobile. Then the second part is the targeting. You don't want to show this form to existing Klaviyo profiles, and you want to ensure that you are not showing this form at the checkout. So that's the second one. And literally that's it. That's all you need, regarding the display and targeting. So the next part of this form is SMS. So if you're collecting, if you want to do SMS, you can also use Klaviyo forms to create SMS block, which is very, very, very simple to create and very easy. So one of the ways that we used to do this is giving extra discounts. This is not something you should do. I'm not saying you should do it, but if it's something you can afford, this is very, very beneficial. We've seen it to be converting a lot for us. So basically what we're doing is like we're giving people extra discounts for them to, sign up to our SMS list. So here's an example of that. We show the SMS, the email part, get 50% off if you give us your email address. Then on the second page, if somebody click on send me the discount code, they'll be taken to the next page, which is, do you want an extra 10% for SMS? You can see here we say enter your phone number below to receive your 25% discount code. So 50% on the first page plus extra 10% now give us 25% in total. And that's what we're doing with the SMS part. I just want to have the phone number there, then the button, right? So you want to drag the button here and say, text me the 25% discount code. So in this case, you can see the action is going to be submit form. List to submit is going to be SMS subscribers. And after submit, show next step. So this form is called the multi-step form. And I will show you how we use this multi-step form in several ways. And one of them is like also collecting mail information or any kind of profile information. But I'm going to get to there in a minute. So I just want to walk you through how to, collect phone numbers in this case. And property source, you want to also choose the source, and it's going to be, by default, it's going to be the name of the form. So here, the button text is text me the 25% discount code. And as soon as somebody puts in their phone number, they click on that, they're going to be sent an SMS to, with the code. So also here, we say, no thanks, I'm good with the 15% off. So this basically means that someone is declining the extra 10% offer, and they just want to go with the 20 or 50, the 50%, or the 50% we give them earlier, and they can just click on that, and that's also going to take them to the next step. So you can see here, if somebody click on no thanks, I'm good with 50% off, it's going to submit the form and also, put them to the new pop-up list. So basically what this means is that even if somebody decline the SMS offer, we still have their email address and they will register to the email list, right? So them not giving you your phone number doesn't really disturb the email at all. And then if you click on that, you're going to be shown the next step. And the next part is this consent text here. You can see here, you want to fill up this text and also ensure that this is properly filled up. Actually, by default, this will be there by default on Klaviyo, but all you will need to do is just click on edit, then put in your company name, and also make sure you fill up the unsubscribe link and all of those things. But by default, this is already created for you on Klaviyo. And here, the privacy policy and terms and conditions, you want to link it to your privacy policy link on your website. So basically, that's how to use the multi-step form to collect email and phone number on the same form. Another thing you can also do with the multi-step form is collecting birthday information. You can see here we're saying there's a birthday treat with your name on it, putting your birth date and also the call to action button with the negative inclination here. I'm not going to go deep into this birthday form. If you want to see a video on how to collect birthday information and also send birthday emails to customers, there's a button, there's a video here. I'm going to link it up here. You can watch the video on how to create a birthday flow and collect birthday information from your customer. But one of the ways that we do that is using this multi-step form to collect email, phone number, and birthday information. So, and the next page is going to be the success page. So basically, this is where we're telling them like we've sent the discount code to their inbox, and if they can't find it there, they can check the promotion and spam folder. And also here, if you notice that he said, check your mobile phone to subscribe for SMS and activate your 25% discount code. Again, if you don't want to do SMS, you don't need to do this. But this is just one of the ways that we use to collect email, phone numbers, and birthday information from our customers. But if you're not doing SMS, all you need to do is just remove this SMS part. And also, like I said, you can delete that here, you can delete this one there, and just go from email to the success page. I've also seen people, showing the discount code here on the success page. While there's nothing wrong with that, you can also do that and just give people the code here. But we just like to ask people to go to the email to go and find the code. And the reason for that is because we are training them to open our email and engage with our email, which also helps with email deliverability, right? So that's also one of the reasons why we just like to tell people to go to the email and find the discount code. But if you want, you can simply have the code here on this button and have the I have a button here taking people to the website and they can just shop from there. Like I said earlier, there are several offer strategies that you can use, and there are also several ones that we've tried before that have been working well for us. And one of them that I really, really like is this one here. It's called pre-question form, which is like asking a question before showing them the form. So you can see here you've got 20% off, claim the form, or just say no thanks. So basically what that means is like somebody will click on this button, then ask them to put the email address. So here's an example of that in the form we are creating before. So in this case, you can see it says want 15% off your first order. Then if the person click on here for sure, I want. So if they click on that, they'll be taken to the next page where they can put in their email address. You can see enjoy 15% of your first order, enter your email below to receive your discount code, right? Then they put in their email address. So the difference between this one and the one we created before was that we actually asking for permission from these people, right? So do you want the discount code? Right? If they said yes, and until then, we ask them to put in their email address. Actually, you can try this out for yourself, but in some cases we've seen this to actually work better than we just asking for the email address directly. So it's kind of like micro commitments. You're asking people to commit in a micro level, right? You ask somebody, do they want a discount code? If they tell you yes, then you ask them to put in their email address, right? So that's another one that you can try. You can try this pre-question, as we call it. And if they say no, it's fine. They can just simply close the form. I hope you find this video valuable. If you do, please like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any question, leave them in the comment section below. And also, if you want my agency to help you take care of your email and SMS marketing, as we do for many of our e-commerce brands that we help generate up to 50% of the revenue from email and SMS. If you want us to help you take care of that, and you just want a team that can take all this email and SMS stuff off your plate, you can use the link in the description to book a call with me, and I will see you on the other side. Thank you for your time, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.